Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode, is it 16 or 17?
17?
Let me check real quick. 17? Okay. Welcome to episode 17 of the Twin Tall podcast. I am Ava.
I'm Aveen.
And I'm Katy.
Yay, excited!
In case you haven't heard, clearly we have Katy on the pod today. Katy, do you want to introduce yourself to the pod?
Yeah, so my name's Katy. I know Ava through Texas Royals.
Yes.
I don't know, if anyone knows that this is a UT thing, but that's where I go.
Yes.
I study psychology. It's my second year, and yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah. And I'm also a twin.
Yes.
And you could be wondering, if Katie's a twin, where's her twin? And so we only have. So do you want to explain where your other half is?
Yeah, she goes to Baylor. She's in Waco. She couldn't make it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We just wanted, we just knew she has a twin.
Yeah.
She's not just riding solo. I mean, she is today, but
Yeah.
her twin is in Waco. And
And so I'm gonna start asking questions. So I remember when Av and I were deciding where we wanted to go to schools. I was very much we're staying together, and she was like, no, the hell we're not. And so I was gonna just kind of ask how that ended up going, and whether or not you envisioned initially going to university with your sister.
Yeah, so I think when we were applying, we didn't really tell each other where we were applying. It wasn't this twin thing that we did together. I had my own spreadsheet of everywhere I wanted to apply, and I kept track of all that. And then she had, I think, I had 10 schools and she had 3 or 4, I think, maybe 5. But I remember for a minute I was like, man, I really want to go to TCU, because I got some scholarships, and it was kind of close to home, but it wasn't far. It was in Fort Worth, and we lived in Dallas, so it was kind of a good setup. But then I was I don't know, UT, it's a little less expensive. There's more opportunities here. The Capitol's right here. I was wanting to do law stuff, and I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but there's more opportunities for internships and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But then my sister, which is so funny, she's atheist, and also
the atheist Baylor combo.
Yeah,
really? Oh yeah, I didn't even mention that connection.
So her top 2 choices ended up being TCU and Baylor.
Which people don't know, Baylor is a Christian school, and so is TCU.
And they're it's y'all Christian to the core. It's not I'm pretty sure it's required to take religious courses there.
It is. She do that then, being atheist. She just kind of goes through it.
So she had to go to church for her first year, every weekend.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then she's had to take I don't know what it's called. It's Christian histories. She's learned about the Bible. She tells me things that even I don't know. We grew up going to church sometimes. We went to a Methodist church. Mm-hmm. We would go to vacation Bible school together. But my sister was just never that into it. But I kind of was for a while. I'd read my Bible and read my devotional.
Right.
But she knows way more than I do.
Even though she's atheist, which is crazy.
But I think for her, I don't know, I feel if I were in her shoes, I'd want to see it as a learning experience, just as you would with any other religion, except I guess she kind of has a little bit of background knowledge that some people.
Yeah, so it's not fully she's going into it blind.
We grew up kind of practicing Christianity, not super hardcore, but we went to church some weekends. We go on Christmas. But I don't know how she gets there. I don't know why she's still there. I guess she likes it.
She likes it enough.
That's funny. Yeah. But I think she's kind of found her people. She does band stuff too, or kind of. She does band stuff and volunteer work, and she has a job at her apartment complex, and I think she really likes it.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's found her people there. So I think the whole Christian thing, and she doesn't have to go to church anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a plus.
So before you guys got separated or whatever, to different schools, had y'all been apart from each other for a long time?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Yeah.
So we grew up. Our parents were divorced, and I can count on one hand the times we would like spend a weekend apart.
Yeah.
Like not really, but we would always go to our dad's house together, come back together. Like there were maybe a few weekends where she'd go to our dad's house and I wouldn't, or like vice versa. So like other than a couple days, like anytime we traveled together, especially if it was us without our parents, we would be together. Like
Yeah.
I've never done anything by myself.
So that must have been like huge though, like when y'all went to different schools.
Yeah,
It's a
like
huge transition, and I feel like especially like growing up, did y'all have similar friends too, or was it like
yeah,
Yeah.
like we were in a lot of the same friend groups, and like it was just, I don't think it had really set in like, oh my god, the person that I've spent the most time with like for my entire life, I'm not gonna be with her like 24/7 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think maybe for her it was a little bit harder because like she'd be calling me all the time, but like
You say she's more the like attached one.
I don't know if she is anymore. I think it was maybe like our freshman year.
Yeah.
That like I don't know. My thing has always been like when I'm busy and focused on school, like that is all I'm focused on.
Right.
And like it's kind of bad. Like I won't pick up the phone or like do anything fun. Like I kind of just like have accepted I'm by myself. Like I'm doing this. I'm going to do it well.
Mhm.
So I think maybe she was a little more attached at the beginning, but then I realized like, man, I really kind of miss her. And my mom and dad were like, especially my mom, she was like, you never answer her, like you need to text her back. And so I did. I make more of an effort to now.
Yeah.
But like we call like maybe once a week, maybe a little less, but like we
you call when you
FaceTime.
can, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we'll FaceTime or we'll call or something. But yeah, I definitely did miss her a lot, but I think maybe she missed me more. But like who could blame her? Like
That's cute.
Do you think sometimes like because I remember like when I got to college, like I realized how much of a big deal it was to like have someone with you all the time. Like do
Yeah.
you think like coming into college, like you were like, dang, like I kind of took that for granted, like having someone. Like was it
for
hard?
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because like once you kind of get out there, you realize like I mean, first of all, the world is kind of a cruel place. Like
Right.
nobody cares about you like your family and friends do. And so once you kind of take that first step, like you don't know that many people, or like the friendships that you do have are kind of shallow because like I mean
They're
you just got there.
surface, yeah.
And so like now I have a lot of really good friends and like a lot of good relationships that I've kind of developed just over time. But like especially towards the beginning, it was really hard because you go from having that person who knows you like inside out, like
Mhm.
every tick, everything that makes you laugh, your favorite food, like everything. And so yeah, going from that to like having just a bunch of people around me that I didn't really know that well was super weird.
Mhm.
And like I don't know if I ever took it for granted. Like I think I've always realized that I've just accepted like no one's gonna know me the way she does. Like
That's actually really
Yeah, that's literally what I was saying.
interesting,
Like,
I know.
I asked another set of twins on our podcast, like, would you say that like your twin's your soulmate
Yeah.
in that way? Okay.
Yeah, like she's literally my other half.
yeah.
Like I don't know, we were literally talking, it was either yesterday or this morning, but like we were texting each other and she was like, I'm just so glad I had like a best friend to grow up with and like go through it life and everything together with. Like she's just always, she knows exactly what I'm thinking, like exactly how I'm feeling. Like she can read me and I can read her. Like
instantly.
And, like,
Yeah.
people don't get that.
yeah,
people
like
don't- yeah.
it's something that I can't or like haven't experienced in any other way in my entire life. Like she I guess she is like my soulmate. I never thought of it that way.
Twin flame.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, she's a twin
she's your
flame.
twin flame.
It's super cool. And I guess my other thing is, do you guys have things that like only you do that like she's not really into, like
Oh god.
activities, stuff like that? Because from what I'm hearing, like y'all are two very different people at the same time. Like
Yeah.
activity, like things that you enjoy doing versus like she really loves that like you're not so much into.
Oh god. Like I think we both enjoy working out, but I don't as much as she does. Like she is very gung-ho about like the protein powder and like
Yes.
hitting her macro.
Because
Like,
I see her on Instagram and her little her Instagram. Which shout out, what's the user so we can shout it out?
I think it's Tiny Cubby.
Okay, Tiny and then Cubby is Cubby.
Yeah.
No dot. Like
no dot.
Why
or
is that
anything.
such like that's the cutest handle ever?
Okay, so our nicknames growing up, so when we were born extremely premature, like 2.5 months.
Really?
Oh damn.
Yeah, I was like 3 pounds 11 ounces or something, and she was 2 pounds 8 ounces.
Oh my god, that's
But
crazy.
My nickname growing up was K-Bear, and hers was Cubby, because like I was the bigger one, or how my dad put it was like triple cheeseburger and double cheeseburger.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm literally in tears. It's so adorable.
That's where her username comes from.
Okay.
It's just like her nickname. But yeah, so she's like 2 or 3 inches shorter than me, or like 2.5, she would say, I think. But like we always grew up where I was like maybe a little bit taller than her, or like a little bit heavier than her. And now that we're like adults, I think I'm like 5'7", and like I'm not actually, I don't want to talk about my weight, but like but like she's 5'4.5". Okay. 5'4.5".
There's still a big height difference because Ava and I, we were similar. Like we're the same now, but like Ava used to be like to my nose.
Yeah, like I think it was because when we were born, like I had more of the nutrients than she did. Yeah. But like she has worked so hard to put on so much muscle and like so much mass. Like it's actually crazy. I could never be that girl. Like
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I have tummy issues. Like
so does it mean?
Yes, to my core. Literally this morning. This morning. It's crazy. Ava will make so much fun of me. Like I'll be just sitting down and she'll just go wild. Like she'll go crazy, sounds, noises, everything. And I'm like, you need to stop. Like you need to literally stop.
It's so nice that y'all live together. I feel so weird sharing a bathroom with my roommate and having like IBS, and like I used to have like some vomiting issues too.
Literally yesterday.
Yeah, that has mostly like subsided since like the semester started. It's been like okay, or I guess now it's the end, so like this past semester. But I feel so bad. I'm like I'll be in there for like half an hour, and I'm like,
that's one thing. Like that's why like people don't talk about living with your sibling, the ease of going to the bathroom.
Yeah,
like I don't know how I would do it with like strangers.
What do you mean?
Like going to the bathroom. Like if I shared a bathroom with a roommate, like I would feel so weird. Like not having your own bathroom.
Also, yeah, like the other thing is, and speaking of like the ease of the bathroom, our shower curtain is literally translucent.
That's like so funny.
If let's say like you all of a sudden need to go to the bathroom, and like let's say you were like with a roommate and they were in the shower and you didn't know, you just open, boom, like they're right there. Like
not good.
It's not like that.
It
like
just reminds me of how like when I was younger, like I couldn't like poop in a public setting.
Yeah, I literally couldn't.
Like, 4th grade.
She literally refused.
Not even 4th, like middle school.
No, like I kind of have the same problem. Like I wouldn't even pee at school either.
You wouldn't?
No.
That sounds like Ava.
No, I can pee. Not peeing is crazy because I feel like holding. We're getting too poopy. yeah.
Trigger warning.
No,
I couldn't.
Yeah, so like, no. One thing I have to do is like, I've had to get over that fear because it's serious, guys. Like it's so hard pooping with knowing other people are like there. Yeah, so like I turn the fan on. Sometimes I'll like meditate. You know.
I know what you mean.
One time,
it's the IBS problems.
No,
bro. It really is.
At the beginning of the year, I'm not used to like locking the bathroom because like just being at home, like I never felt the need to. But like I was on the toilet. And it was like the first week of school, like I'm all nervous, like my tummy is a wreck. And I was like, I have my phone out, like doing a guided meditation. My roommate walks in.
Oh no.
God. It was so awkward.
Oh, no. She's like, what is my roommate doing? Like on the toilet?
No, okay. We're friends. Like her name, ironically enough, her name is also Emily. That's my sister's name. But like, she's so chill. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm so sorry about earlier. Like,
that's crazy.
She's like, no, it's okay. Like, you do what you gotta. But I lock the bathroom now. I lock it every time.
Literally, she knows now.
So
she literally knows.
Like, is she like really you said she's really into this like weightlifting stuff. Like,
Yeah.
does she update you on like all
Her
the progress?
I
or
get
whatever?
progress pics.
Yeah, you do.
I
You're
do.
Like, look good.
Yeah,
What do you
like
say?
she's always like, Katie, do I look big? Every week she sends a picture and she's like, Katie, do I look big?
Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you mean it? I'm like, yes.
No, I'll come back to and I'll do that too with Ava. I'll be like, Ava, because I like climbing and Ava doesn't, and I'm like, Ava, do my triceps look good? And she's like, yeah, they look fine. I guess they look the same.
Yeah.
Because your twin will give it to you straight up.
Yeah.
Like, they know. Like, if they say you look big, then you look big.
Right.
'Cause, like,
Yeah.
they see you.
No, like I like lift weights maybe like once or twice a week. Like
Yeah.
twice on a good week. I'm more like yoga and like going on walks or like a jog.
Light work.
Not running.
Yeah.
Running is
We're
way
not running
too much.
either. Yeah, I'm not running either. I'm not.
But like it's just so cool to see that because my dad also lifts weights. Like he's huge. My sister wants to be just like that, but it's so funny because he's like a 6'1", like 200-pound man, and she's this little like 5'4" girl.
Oh my god. That's
But
so
she's
cute.
huge.
Yeah.
She's getting big.
That's good.
She's been at it for like a year or like over a year. I don't even
Yeah.
know, but like she's strong.
Okay, shout out Emily.
Yeah.
Shout out Emily.
Shout out Tiny Cubby.
No, please send me the plan. If Emily, if you're listening to this.
No, I've been asking her for like a split or something, and she's like, Katie, I'm busy studying. You're supposed to be my personal trainer. Like,
Yeah, you have a built-in personal trainer too. That's
yeah.
crazy. That's so fun though. Do you, and like, is there any other activity that like, because weightlifting's her thing? Like,
Yeah.
is there anything that's like your thing?
Oof, I don't know. Studying, maybe? Like, I love school. She does not. Like, it sounds so nerdy, but like, I just love a good book.
Yeah.
Listen, bring books back because bring books
Bring
back
books
for
back.
fun because I feel like
Yeah.
I love Av and I, we talk about this all the time. I love reading for fun. Like
Mhm.
I truly do, but I feel like I just don't have the time to do it anymore,
Yes.
like to the capacity that I want.
I agree. Like, I used to be really big about like fantasy series, like Harry Potter.
Love it.
Yeah, and like I tried to read Lord of the Rings, but there were too many weird names.
I can't do the weird names. I was just talking on the pod the other day. The new Hunger Games movie. Like,
Yeah.
I can't
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. It was so
it's
good.
so good. Like, I can't do the weird names. And then when they had the whole map at the front, like, I gotta
Yeah,
skip it.
I
'cause
can't
I
do
can't
it.
follow. But they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I like more I've gravitated more to like self-help type books and stuff,
Mhm.
especially with my tummy issues. Like I just love reading about
Literally.
anxiety and like
Yeah.
but since I'm a psychology major, I mean like the whole reason why I got into it is because I also love reading about like just theory and stuff. Like
Mhm.
I have a logotherapy book, like Dr. Viktor Frankl. It's like his whole life story, like it's a memoir and like how he came up with the theory. So I like reading stuff like that too.
That's like I like reading stuff like that too.
So
Like memoirs are
interesting.
I would say like genre of like books I love. I would say memoirs are my favorite because
Yeah.
I love psychoanalyzing people too. So whenever I feel like I'm reading like someone's story, like I like feeling like I'm that person.
Wait, what's your major?
my major? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm bio. Yeah.
Girl.
No, yeah. I'm bio, but I'm pre-med.
You're
So it's like
okay.
I've taken
recruiter
some
to become a psychic.
No, like,
no,
I-
literally.
psych is cool though. I really do. If I didn't get into bio, I would have been psych. So
Yeah.
that was like my second choice.
I mean, there's always like overlap and
Yeah, not too
like,
far off.
cross.
What's Emily?
She switched it so many times. I think she's doing kinesthesiology.
Okay,
they're
checks
on
out.
par with
Checks out.
Yeah.
working out and stuff.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'd have to actually double check. But like I'm pretty sure.
So you went to Baylor, right, recently for the game or something?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were there for the football game.
Okay,
like a couple months ago.
When you went there, what was people's reactions to seeing you? Because I don't know, like, would Emily tell people that she was a twin or not
Yeah.
really? So, like, when they saw you, did they think y'all looked a lot alike?
Yeah, I think it was more like our freshman year because she's not in marching band right now, but when she was in it last year, I went to go meet they came to UT. And so I went up there to go meet them and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Emily, look." Like she's wearing a UT uniform.
Oh my
like
god.
it's the imposter or
I
something.
love that.
But like now I kind of know them, and so it's like we're chill and they know who I am.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I guess my friends getting to meet my sister happened this year, but it was just like a couple of people, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's Katy part 2." Like,
oh my god.
Oh, that's kind of cute. That's super cute. And I guess this is another question I have for you, because
yeah,
whenever I think about like Ava and I's experience, like even here, like Ava has her group of friends that like, you know, are her friends, and I have mine that are mine. But at the same time, I feel like life experience, like I know about everything she's experienced thus far.
Yeah.
And I feel like since you're here, like it's so different, if that makes sense. Like you're not directly involved in like what's going on. Like do you sometimes feel like, because it's like she's going, like it's like she's doing something else and you're not a part of it.
Also,
you know what I mean?
Talk a lot about how like where you go to college shapes you a lot more than people I think about. And so like you guys being twins, like I think y'all are the first twins I've met that like are going to separate schools.
Wait, really?
I think so, because I don't know any other twin that goes to like different schools.
Really?
Yeah, so like it's very
I know they exist, shout out them.
But I just personally don't know.
Personally just
so it's like it's very interesting, because I feel like y'all are really gonna like go through college like in a different places and different experiences. So
like, do you feel like FOMO ever, where you're like, oh, like she's like, you know?
No, sometimes like she'll tell me about stuff, like she'll be like, oh, I went to the Slick today, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah,
like it's like the Student Learning Center or something. Like she'll just say things like I already know what they are, but I'm like, I actually don't. Like, fun fact, like please tell me what that is. But I don't know if I get like FOMO necessarily, because I feel like I'm very content with like what's going on. Like it's very hard for me to feel like to think about many different things at one time. So it's like when I see her, like I'll get to catch up with her and see what, like, get updates. Like I think that part's kind of nice, is like getting home and then we kind of catch up with each other and like tell each other what's been going on. So like it feels like we kind of have something to talk about, but I don't know if I get FOMO ever.
Yeah. But it's definitely like I feel like if Aveen went to a different school and like she would talk about things, I'd be like, wow, like her like school is so different than mine. Like, you know what I mean?
So like, different.
So different.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I've like been to Baylor enough times or like driven by it that I'm like, I know exactly what she's doing every day.
Yeah.
Like,
that's crazy.
I mean, she works at her apartment complex, so like when she's at work, I like know what she's doing. I know where she is. And like when I went to go visit her, I think I went to go see her like over Thanksgiving break. Like I went to go stay at her apartment for a night, and then we went home together. She kind of showed me around like her favorite coffee shops or like places to study. So I kind of got a taste of Emily's life.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's so cute though.
Have you ever like met someone, because we were talking about how funny this was when we like go somewhere and like someone thinks they're Aveen. Like, do you go somewhere and they're like, they ever thought you were Emily?
You know what? Not anymore.
Really?
Now that we're in college and like we know our own people and do our own things, people are like shocked to be like, wait, you have a twin? Yeah. Because like they just like don't know about her unless it's like maybe social media or something. But like other than that, I haven't had that happen since high school. Like someone been like, oh, Emily, go do this.
That's so funny. Because we were like the opposite. Like we never really got, because we were always together, so people kind of already knew like who was who. But like now that we're in college, it's like some people will like mistake us for one another.
Oh,
like do y'all's phones open each other's?
Oh my god, ours used to, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
Guess what? I can open Ava's, but she can't open mine.
Oh,
yeah,
weird.
Yeah,
she thinks it's because she's the blueprint. Like that's so weird.
Or maybe it's because like you, Ava, have earrings in, and then you don't.
It's like every day though. Like no, maybe like without earrings.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. And plus, the other thing is, it's like my ears are always like kind of like my hair is always kind of down.
Yeah.
So it's like my ears are always really covered. So it's not like really. I don't know if that's a good point though. I never.
Maybe it is the earrings. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe not.
Facial and
maybe I'm just making things up. Because I have 2 nose piercings. Mm-hmm. She used to not have any, but now she has 1. And so I wonder if like that messed it up.
Maybe.
Because before then we could open each other's phones, but now we can't.
That's so crazy.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it's so sad because now you
have you ever taken them out and then like watched her and saw Like, or looked at her phone?
Actually, no. I have to try that now.
You do. You should.
Do it and report back.
Okay, I will.
So do you? I had one final question.
Okay.
Our question is, if you could have the chance of being a twin again, would you?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like, no hesitation.
You don't even have to finish that question. Like, this is exactly what we were talking about yesterday, and like what I was thinking about is just like, I cannot imagine life any other way. Like, I can't imagine going through the things that I've been through without her. Like, without having somebody who just understands me so completely. Like, it is the deepest connection I think I will ever feel in my entire life.
Oh my God.
Hashtag soulmate. Literally hashtag soulmate.
I know.
And do you think, because I think this a lot, like sometimes I'll be like, having a twin has made me like not as like, what's the word? Like, I don't really search up other connections as much. I feel like having a twin, like, because I already know I have somebody, I don't really place that much more emphasis, or like, I don't really force myself to go out and like force a friendship as much.
That's so
you know
true.
What I mean? Like,
that's so true.
And I feel like it's kind of harder though that you guys are like in different schools.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you guys were in high school, like, did you feel not as more like you didn't really care to like make a lot of friends? Because I feel like in high school too, like when you grow up, a lot of people really in high school like care about, you know, status or like making friends or like having good experiences. But I feel like when I was a twin, like I didn't really care that much.
When she was,
or I am a twin, but like when I was in high school,
you're dead now.
When I was a twin in my past, I didn't really care.
You know, like I think I've always been a little more on the introverted side. Like, maybe not. I don't know. Like, I always had very few friends, but the friends that I did have were very close and genuine. Yeah. Like, I just didn't care for like extraneous relationships, and I still don't. I don't know if it's because like I have a twin. Like, maybe it is. Like, I just really value being friends with people who know me for who I am, because I always resented people who like didn't take the time or effort to be able to like tell us apart. Like
100%.
You're so absorbed with yourself, you can't even, like, we do not look alike at all. Like, maybe when we were 5, but like we just haven't looked very alike since a young age. Like, we've always looked very different. And so I feel like maybe that's made me value like close friendships more, like like more intimate relationships. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm a twin or that's just who you are. Yeah. But like, I've always gravitated to more like people who take the time to understand me, and like I will do the same in return. And we shared a lot of friends too growing up. Like, I'd be friends with somebody and then they'd end up being friends with her. Or like we'd have a friend group that maybe like she knew somebody and I knew somebody, and then we just become a friend group. But now it's just like us with our best friend from home.
Yeah.
And so we're like the triplets.
Oh my God, I love that.
Like, she's like our unofficial triplet, but we're really close to her, like as a unit and also individually.
Yeah, because I feel like I love it when, you know, sometimes like if you look alike, like I'm like, okay, like I can see how like some people might like mistake me for Aveen, but I really love it when people value us individually.
Yes.
And like really like take the time to like be like, oh, like I love them both, but like, you know, I mesh more with Ava, or I mesh more with Aveen. Like, not like pitting anything.
Yeah, no, but like it's natural,
right?
Yeah,
similar.
Yeah, of course. And it's like the other thing is, that also bothers me. Like, Ava and I, for those of y'all who are listening don't know us, we also don't really look anything.
Yeah,
like it's very just stark differences, and I feel like even like I get annoyed sometimes when people also like pronounce Ava's name Ava. Like, they'll be like, Ava. And I'm like, listen. Or they'll call me Ava, and I'm like, girl, no. Like, you couldn't. You were double wrong. Like, you didn't get the name right. 2 strikes, right? Like, you didn't get the name right. But it's like, you know, sometimes mistakes happen. Like, it's okay to, like, in passing, like, accidentally say, like, like, if I know you know who I am, like, that's different.
Yeah,
but,
I'm
like,
more referring to when it's in, like, months or years of people just
like,
being
like when you went to high school with all 4 years. Like, come on now.
It's like, I hate it when they're like, which one are you? Like, I've had that too, and I'm like, girl, what? Like,
it's
literally,
like,
what do you mean?
It's almost like dehumanizing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even think I'm a person, you just think I'm like a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like, just because I'm a twin. Like you're looking at me like I'm in a zoo. Like, please stop. Actually, I don't know.
No, yeah, that's simply perfect. And that's simply perfect. And I feel like that's like a great segue into like the end of the episode. Is there anything else that you would like to, share with our hashtag listeners?
Shout out to Emily.
Yes! Shout out Emily, we love you. We wish you were here.
From Austin to Waco.
We've been texting each other and we've been like bickering today. So I still love you, Emily. I'm sorry I made you mad.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, bye. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see y'all next week.
Cheers. Thank you, Katy.
Thank you.